What other frameworks are supported by NX by default? So let's start by executing npx create NX workspace with yarn. And the first noticeable difference is NX Cloud menu choices. So you can choose to use NX Cloud, you can skip as previously, but you can choose one of two additional options. So you can get additional configurations for configuration for GitHub Actions and for Circle CI. So you don't need to configure it by yourself. I'm going to choose NX Cloud, but without any additional GitHub Actions or Circle CI integration. Let's start with React. So we are going to add a new React application to our monorepo. To do this, first of all, you need to install necessary dependencies. So yarn add -d add nx/react. And after a few seconds, you will have everything installed. Similar to Angular, all you need to do to add a new React application to your monorepo is to execute command nx generate and so on. So yarn nx generate add nx/react app, and you have to add application name. So I'm going to use apps/react app example. And again, similar to Angular, you have some kind of interactive wizard to get you through the installation process. So first of all, you have to choose style sheet format. You have probably the most popular choices here. You can use plain CSS, Sass, Less, and of course styled components and others. I'm going to choose styled components because why not? You can choose if you're going to use React Router or not. Let's say that we are going to use it. And in the next step, you can choose E2E test runner. For this lesson, I'm not going to generate any additional E2E solutions here, so I'm going to choose none. You can choose one of three bundlers. You can choose Vite, Webpack, and RSPack. I really like Vite, so I'm going to choose it. And again, after some time, it will be installed and ready to be used. So let's wait a while. So as you can see, everything is installed and we can access our new application. So let's change the directory to apps, React app example here, and let's list all the files. So ls-la. And as you can see, similar to Angular, we have everything configured for us. So we have slint-rc, we have TypeScript, we have our Vite config. And we don't need to do anything, we can just continue creating our new awesome application. Now let's add React Native application to our monorepo so we can keep your mobile applications inside the same directory, inside the same repository as you have your web applications. So again, we need to add additional dependencies that are necessary for a React Native. So yarn add nx react/-native. And the rule here is simple. You need to generate a new application. So yarn nx generate nx react native app apps react native app example, as in my name. Do you want to run pod install for native modules? Let's say I don't want to do this right now. And I can choose one of two bundlers. You can choose Vite and Webpack. Again, I like Vite, so why not? After some time, everything is again generated, so we can access our apps. And here we have our React Native app example. So React Native app example, and let's check what is inside. So as you can see, again, everything was installed and configured for you. So you have Metro, you have slint, Babel, you have everything that is necessary for Android and iOS, and you don't need to care about configuring it by yourself. The other not so popular framework supported by NX by default is Expo, and as you probably know right now, all we need to do is to execute yarn add nx/expo. And if you want to generate a new Expo application, you have to generate it. So yarn nx generate nx expo app and the name will be apps/expo app example. I don't want to waste your time watching me installing other few frameworks and showing what is inside and so on. Everything you may possibly need is in the script to this lesson, so I did all the work for you, and if you're curious what is inside, for example, Express.js application or Nest.js application, you can check it inside the script. I want you to remember that the most popular choices, so React, React Native, Express.js, Nest.js, Node.js, and web components are supported by NX by default. And the installation process is always the same, so add additional dependency that is almost always named as nx/name of your framework, and then generate a new application.